Hi everyone. Today we're going to make this macrame friendship bracelet. I usually offer them in light blue, navy blue, and also royal blue. So that's what I'll work on, is making it out of this color. Okay. We have 8mm eye beads. We'll use one per project. And the string that is used is a combination of 1 and 2mm string, nylon string. Other things you'll need is scissors, tape to hold down your project, a lighter to melt the ends, and that should be all that is needed for this. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's start with measuring the string. So this is the 1mm, and the 1mm string I use as kind of the center part, and I only need to measure out, let's say about 36 inches. And then the 2mm string, same royal blue color, we'll use a total of 5 feet of this to finish this off. And then there'll be one additional piece of 2mm string that we'll cut at the end. It could be about 10 inches. Okay, so now what we have is the 3 feet of 1mm string, the 5 feet of 2mm string, and then the smallest piece is the 10 inches, which is going to be used just to tie it up. The actual tie part, we'll get to that later on. So now we can start. Okay, so the 3 feet 1mm string, I usually will just now cut that into 2 pieces even, so it's 2 18-inch pieces, and then just measure out, let's see, about right at about the 5-inch point is where I would tape it down to secure it. So it doesn't move as we work with it. All right. And then this is going to be pretty detailed. What I do is at the end of that, I will melt that a bit, heat it up so it softens and I can squeeze it together and form a nice little point. And I need that to be pointy so that I can push the bead through. So here's the bead. Okay, so this is an 8mm eye bead. And now I'll just put this through. Whenever it's a little bit hard to pull through, I'll grab it with pliers and get it to come through. And then just push that bead up. Okay, it's just gonna sit there until we get halfway down the bracelet. And then we'll work it in. So I just realized you can't see that. So there it is. Okay, so then we take the 5 feet of 2mm string and start it off. So I always match the ends so it's perfectly even. set it up to the top, and to make a square knot, we'll just create kind of the number 4. And then with the other side, in this case the right side, we'll just push that under this one and under this one to create the first knot in a series, and then we'll do it the other way. So now we'll make, I guess, what looks like a P, and with the left side, push the end under this string and the 2 strings that are sitting there for the center. Okay, and then we'll just continue to do that. Okay, so we're gonna make this bracelet 6 inches. So right at the point that you get to 3 inches is when we'll stop. Okay, so we built up to 3 inches now at this point. So we just push the bead up all the way, and then just continue to work the knots around the bead. Position it nicely so that it's centered and it's nice and tight around the bead, and just keep going. And we'll do another 3 inches on this side of the bead now. Okay, so we're almost done with the second half of 3-inch square knots that we're doing. Let's just do a little quick check. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so now we'll pull this off the table. So now we have about 6 inches of this bracelet. And what we'll do is, this is where we finished working. We'll cut this close, but not too close. And then melt it. Just leave it for maybe 1.5 seconds. Melt both sides. Okay. Okay, so now when you turn it in, you almost have your completed bracelet. All right, so we'll turn it into a little bit of a circle, and we'll use tape again. I like to use tape because it keeps everything really still. And I like to position the strings really as perfectly as I can so they don't twist as you're wearing it. Okay, so now is where we take that 10 inches of 2mm string, and we'll put it right underneath all 4 strings, taped down here. Do the same thing just like when we started it off, even it out, and start with our first square knot. And we'll create about a 1/2 inch of square knots here. Okay, so we'll stop right there. Pull the work up again. And again, we'll snip the ends where we left off. Well, careful not to cut anything you don't want to cut. And melt those ends. All right. So then you just pull each loose side. Oops. Oh, if it's too hard to pull, I just use my pliers. So now you have your completed bracelet, but now you have to complete the ends of this. So that again, you want to end up with maybe 4 or 5 inches. You could just simply snip it there. I go through a few times to get a little bit bigger of a knot. You could even add a little small blue bead at the end. Do that to both sides. Okay. And then once again, to get a really good grip on this and tie the knot as tight as I can, I'll use my pliers. Okay, so now you have that. And then you cut this off again and melt those little ends again. All right, so now you have a complete bracelet with cute little ends, and it matches the other two in 3 really pretty blue colors. Light blue, well, this is the royal blue, navy blue, and light baby blue. And there you go. All done. Thanks for watching.